UFC Paris ended last night, and it was a great card, especially the prelims. The prelims was way better than the main card. I mean, it was just finish after finish after finish. Then we go to the main card, and it's a little bit slow, to be honest. Still a good main card. There were good fights, and if only Pitbull was still fighting versus, I don't know, that French guy. I don't even know if that guy's French, actually. Doesn't look French, but anyways, first fight, Shauna Bannon versus Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes wins. She finishes Shauna Bannon in the second round. Honestly, Shauna Bannon is fucking trash. Like, she's shit. She has good striking. Sam Hughes, I'm gonna be honest, I just looked at her record and was like, WMMA 10-6. You're probably ass, and she is, but the other girl was more ass. So that's a thing. Never failed to disappoint me, WMMA. But anyways, next fight, Gustafsson versus Renat fucking sucking a dick off. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I am so disappointed in how Gustafsson looked. Like, he looked like a world beater in his last fight, and he is wilting to punches to the forearm. Like, what was your forearm sore? That's why you collapsed to the ground and got finished. Like, seriously, what is that? Like, the way he fought in his last fight compared to this fight is night and day. Literally, it's crazy. Like, you would not think it's the same person or the same fighter. Like, he absolutely wilted. And he didn't even get hit clean. Like, he didn't get hit with one clean, significant strike. It was all to the guard. And the way he felt, like, dude, I'm sorry, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he has, like, a tumor or cancer. Or he took a payoff and they paid him to lose this. Because, like, dude, like, he should go to the hospital for some disease he might have, because that is not normal. He wilted. Like, I could have taken those shots better than Gustafsson did, and I'd be a 125 or just saying. So, Gustafsson, what is wrong with you? And I mean, I guess in hindsight's 2020. I guess that makes sense if you think about it. Like, he has really good clinch. If he can't get his clinch off, he's there to get beaten. Like, if you have good footwork, Renat, he showed good footwork, and it was hard for Gustafsson to get into the clinch because Renat, he was able to circle away, and Gustafsson has zero striking and zero wrestling. He's a clinch merchant, and he's really good at the clinch. But if you can avoid it, he's a victim, to be honest, and he got destroyed. Like, really, he got embarrassed, honestly. Like, I swear, that's bad. But Brad Tavares was versus Robert Brycecheck, or I'm not sure. I think it's Brycecheck or Ricecheck. I don't know, bro. He looked really good. He looked really good, and it surprised me how good he looked. Like, I really thought Brad Tavares would outstrike him and beat him, but Robert comes in the first round, and his boxing is phenomenal. I just want to say that his boxing is great. Every time Brad Tavares was throwing punches, Robert Brycecheck, he would just slip the punches, and he had perfect counters, especially to the body. His counters to the body were money. He would land them. He landed them the entire first round. He knocked him down two times, I think, and was teeing off on him. And I was thinking in the fight, like, Tavares, don't try to box with this guy. And then in the second round, he did that. He was on the back foot, just throwing kicks, leg kicks, and body kicks. And you can say what you want about that, but it's like, he cannot box with Robert. Every time he tried to box, he would lose the boxing exchange. He would throw a punch, and it would get slipped, and he'd get countered. And he won the second round based off fighting on the back foot and throwing kicks. And that's one thing to note is Robert, he has great boxing. He does not deal that good with kicks. And there are definitely some good middleweights that if they had just stick with a good kicking game, they could just piece him up for 3 rounds. I would not be surprised because he has a lot. I bet he's going to have a lot of hype after this win. I mean, it was a great win. He KO'd Brad Tavares, and Brad Tavares is a good fighter. He's lost a lot, but all to great fighters, all to good fighters at least. And yeah, Robert just pieced him up, but I can see Robert losing to anyone with a decent kicking game and that isn't a retard and doesn't try to exchange with him on the feet, with punches at least. It was a good performance, so I'm looking out for him. But next fight, Sam Patterson versus Trey Waters, two tall guys. I mean, they both kind of look like Slenderman. We got white Slenderman versus black Slenderman over here, and it said I don't know. It said Trey Waters was taller than Sam Patterson. It looked like Sam Patterson was a bit taller, but that doesn't really matter. It was a fun fight. Sam Patterson, he landed the straight punches, cracked Trey Waters, and got him out of there. Yeah, Good KO, a lot of KOs. Okay, now, this next fight. Harry Hardwick versus Crow Fernandez. Listen, Harry Hardwick. I like Harry Hardwick. He seems like a funny guy, and he seems like a really real guy. Like, he does not cut words. He's real. And I saw a video after he lost. Like, he took it well. Like, he was completely honest, and this was up a division, and it was on short notice. So I do give Harry Hardwick that excuse, but still. Harry Hardwick, if you remember, he talked so much shit about Anthony Smith. And yes, Anthony Smith is shit. You're not far off, buddy, and you're a lightweight. Anthony Smith was like a 40-year-old light heavyweight. You can give him an excuse. Like, he took a lot of damage. He was old in his career when Harry Hardwick was shitting on him. But it's at least like he at least fought for a title. Like, Harry Hardwick, come on, dude. That was embarrassing. Especially, it was almost poetry because Anthony Smith cannot check a leg kick to save his life. Like, if you offered Smith $1 million to check a low kick, he would not be able to do it. Same goes with Harry Hardwick. So it's kind of ironic that you're talking shit about Smith and Smith can't check a leg kick. You can't check one either, dude. You got finished, and at least with Smith, he won't be able to check leg kicks. He'll maraud, dude. He's a marauder, bro. He will take those leg kicks and he will lose and he will get KO'd, but at least Smith, he will get fucked up. His legs will get fucked up, but he will at least get finished with punches. Harry Hardwick is rolling over like a dog after he gets kicked 5 times in the calf, and they were hard. And Fernandez is good. His leg kicks look so nasty, but still, it is hilarious. Harry Hardwick. I mean, it's kind of, you get, hey, I mean, if you're talking shit, like, and you lose, like, that's what you get. People are going to talk shit on you if you lose. You just got to deal with that. I hope he wins, though. He seems like a cool guy and a funny guy. And yeah, I mean, rooting for him, but it is funny how he lost, to be honest. It is funny. But yeah, next fight, Tabora versus Ante Dalia. First, I want to say this. Tabora, I swear, every time he fights, he gets fatter and fatter. Like, his stomach is just, like, he has so many rolls, and his fat is just hanging, like, on his shorts. It looks disgusting. Tabora actually looks like a disgusting monster, and, I mean, he could play Shrek in a live-action, movie. Just saying, Tabora, he's been losing a little bit. If you ever leave the UFC, just, screw fighting at PFL, just play Shrek in like a musical, I believe in you, bro. But yeah, Ante Dalia, he just came forward and just threw a bunch of punches with decent technique. He wasn't obese, so he won. That's the story of heavyweight. And I thought Tabora would win because he is decent. But Dalia, I mean, he looked good, and it's good for heavyweight. Like, we need new heavyweights for Tom Aspinall because he's just gonna blow past all of these heavyweights. Like, he's gonna bully all these heavyweights. We need new guys. So it's good Leo won. It's good he won. Next fight, Omar Sy versus Brenson Ribeiro. I kind of forgot. Okay, no, I think I remember what happened. I don't know. I was distracted. I don't know what. I don't remember this fight for some reason. But fuck it, Omar Sy won round one KO. I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch the card. But yeah, that's it for the main event, the prelims. Let's go. Okay, main card. Now this is where things got slow. Things got slow in the main card. I mean, I almost expected this. Like, after the prelims had every fight going to a finish, even the girls got a finish. I was like, damn. No way we can get a card with only finishes. So this main card is about to be absolute ass. And the first fight was kind of like that. It was, to be honest, yeah, just compared to the prelims, it was ass. It was a decent fight. William Gomez, I will say this, he looks really fast. Like, I was surprised by his speed. He looked like, when it comes to speed, he looked like on another level compared to Robert Ruchala. And Ruchala's kind of bad too. I mean, he has some decent moments. He's not the best striker. And William Gomez, I really think he should add more punches to his game, like train boxing. Like, you have great kicks. But it's like, if one thing was lacking in the fight from William Gomez, it was just lack of boxing exchanges. Like, he would not let his hands go for some reason. Um, and yeah, William Gomez won, kind of lackluster, to be honest. Next, Axel Sola versus Reese McKee. Axel Sola had nasty body shots, and I do love when MMA fighters go to the body. Not a lot do, or not as many should go to the body. A lot of them are just headhunters. They are retards. I mean, they're MMA fighters. They get hit in the face for a living. What do you expect from them? But Axel Sola, he mixed it up good, and Reese McKee, I don't know what Reese McKee was doing, but he looked so awkward. He looked so awkward. Yeah, I don't. Reese McKee, dude, awkward Reese McKee. He's 14-7, bro. Like that's bad. That's bad. Who are you losing to, dude? Like, come on. The Axel Sola, he looked good. He looked good. He had nasty body shots, and he finished Reese McKee to the body. The stoppage was weird. I'll say that the stoppage was weird. But still, the way he fell down, I will give an excuse to the ref. The way he fell down, it did kind of look like he was out, but as soon as the ref stepped in, he like tried to get back up. So it's just unfortunate timing. Ref should have gave them more time for the finish. I'd rather have a late finish than an early finish. Like I'd rather someone almost get killed due to a late stoppage than be like, bro, he didn't even rightfully win. Like I want closure. Even if that closure means, if they must die, they must die. Because closure is closure. But yeah, Axel Sola, good on Sola. He has a cool name, so hopefully he goes far in the division. What division is? Uh, Welterweight. Okay, but anyways, Balaj Oki versus Mason Jones. This fight was awesome. This was probably my favorite fight of the night. Um, it was awesome. Balaj Oki, he just blitzes in. You think he's gonna finish Mason Jones early? He's landing nasty shots. He knocks him down. He's teeing off on him, and then after that exchange, you can see, like you can tell that Oki is slowing down, and I just had a feeling as soon as the first exchange was done, when like you could see Oki was visibly tired after the first exchange, and I was like, fuck, it's one round. Mason Jones has good cardio, and if Oki's gassed out, he's gonna get finished, and Mason Jones brings it to him. He knocks him down back in the first round. And I thought Mason Jones stole that first round because Oki did hurt him in the beginning of the first round, and he did drop him. But even if it shouldn't be this way, the last half of a round matters more than the first. Even if that isn't a rule, and even if that's complete bullshit, it is what it is. Like, if you knock someone down and land 50 strikes on them in the first half of the round, but then he knocks you down in the second half and lands the same amount of strikes, he's winning that round, obviously. Like, he's going to win that round because he did it at the end. That's just the way it is. But and also he had a good submission attempt in. So yeah, I gave the first round to Mason Jones, and then yeah, he comes in the second round. Oki is tired, and Mason Jones just finishes him. Like you have to have cardio. I mean, it is no, dude. This is lightweight. Like you can get away with bad cardio and being a big athletic black guy at middleweight. This is lightweight. Like you gotta have technique. You can't just rely on finishing a guy in the first round. Like yeah, you gotta fix that cardio, boy. That wasn't racist, by the way. And anyways, Paul Craig versus Bakauskas. Paul Craig was obviously going to lose this fight unless he got a Hail Mary triangle from the bottom, but he was pretty obviously going to lose this. And good he retired because he has just been getting KO'd. He's just been getting KO'd. His most impressive recent performance is a no contest. That should tell you enough. But yeah, he got finished, and he got finished brutally. Like, first round, he's getting battered. He pulls guard, and he's getting completely just pounded with ground and pound. And I thought, okay, it's probably gonna go into the second round. Maybe Bakauskas, maybe he KOs him in the second. But no, there's 1 second to go, and Bakauskas lands an elbow from hell and KOs Paul Craig, and he's there seizing on the ground, and it's like that was over. That was nasty from Bakauskas. And Paul Craig, um, I mean, yeah, he retired, and good on him. I'm happy he retired. I wish, yeah, I wish more fighters would realize when it's time to go because, like, come on, Luke Rockhold, you can take notes from Paul Craig. Hopefully, we don't see Paul Craig and BKFC getting KO'd 4 times in a row. Hopefully, we don't see him going to Misfits Boxing and getting KO'd by KSI. Hopefully, we don't. Yeah, hopefully, we just don't see a losing streak from him outside of the UFC. That's embarrassing. Just retire, bro. Come on, retire. But next fight. BSD versus Mauricio Ruffy. Dude, I am so disappointed in Ruffy. I picked Ruffy by first round KO, and to be honest, this isn't a situation. Like, I thought if Ruffy loses and BSD wins, I thought this would be man, Ruffy, he's a good striker, but bro, BSD, his grappling is too strong, and Ruffy, his wrestling isn't that good. That was not the case. No, it was the case, but that wasn't the only case. What disappointed me the most was Ruffy's inability to go first. Like, he's a counter fighter. I knew he was a counter fighter going in this fight, but when I think counter fighter, I mean, I think a fighter who likes to counter. I don't think a fighter that only counters. Like, he was only trying to land counters. He was not trying to go first at all, and that pained me so much. Especially there was a sequence in the second or first round. I'm not sure exactly when, but there was a sequence when Ruffy was just standing there. Like, he was standing there menacingly, looking at BSD, waiting for BSD to throw a punch so he can counter him. But BSD doesn't throw anything. So then Ruffy just throws a lazy rear hand, a lazy right hand, and it just misses because it was lazy. You expected that to land, and yeah, I mean that is just I guess his game plan going into the fight was BSD is very open. I said that in the prediction video. BSD is very open. He's very he throws punches from his hips. Ruffy knew that going in the fight, so I guess their game plan was to counter, which is a good game plan, but you should also go first. Like, you can throw a jab. Like, you don't every punch doesn't have to be slip counter. Like, you don't have to try and slip counter every single punch. Like, throw a jab. Like, we see these fighters like spam rear hands. Ruffy, he didn't spam rear hands. He spammed counters. Like, the counter is not there, and you're going for a counter. Like, just throw a regular punch. But that's that for the striking. Like, Ruffy's striking did disappoint me. I can see guys giving him trouble, not only grapplers too. I can see guys who just don't give Ruffy the opportunity to counter. Like, if someone is really kick heavy, I see them beating Ruffy. Like, I can see Fiziev beating Ruffy if he just kicks, because Ruffy, he does not go first. Maybe it was because BSD is a wrestler, so he didn't want to go first. That would explain it a little, but still, we see guys go against wrestlers and go first. Like, you have to put them on the back foot. Like, why are you just standing there waiting for him to throw a punch? Like, you can throw first, bro. So yeah, I don't see Ruffy going far, to be honest, unless he makes major improvements to his grappling. The thing is, his grappling was decent. BSD is a good grappler. He ragdolled Dustin Poirier in the first round, and Ruffy had moments he defended takedowns. When he got taken down, he was able to get back up, but BSD was just relentless, and he eventually got him. He was eventually gonna get him, and he did get him. Like, I knew when Ruffy lost the first round, I was like, he's losing this fight. He lost the first round. Like, unless he lands a nasty shot, and he got close. Like, he landed a jump knee that, I think connected. If it did, it barely connected, but still, there were moments, and I do see him doing decent. Like, he's a good striker, but he has major holes that he has to fix, and not only his grappling, his striking too. He's got to fix that shit, but that was that. Kind of disappointing. I was really rooting for Ruffy, but yeah, that's the co-main. The main event, Imavov versus Caio Borralho. I picked Imavov to win, and I'm gonna be honest, I got this whole card wrong, basically. Besides one fight, but like I predicted the Imavov fight perfectly. Like, I predicted Borralho's calf kick. I said that would be a really good weapon, and I did say it wouldn't be as open as in other fights because their stances. But I did say that Borralho has a really good calf kick, and he would be able to land it, just not as much as he usually does because their stances are opposite. And Borrello had success. Like, he had really good success with the calf kick. And if he landed more, this fight could be different. Um, Shout out Hardwick. But anyways, yeah. And another thing is, I did say is Borrello, he he isn't active enough. Like, he doesn't throw a lot. He will stay on the back foot and he will jab even though he's losing. And I don't know why, because when he let his rear hand go, he would land. It's not like he has a habit of letting go on his rear hand and getting countered or dropped. Like, we see that sometimes with fighters. They'll like they'll let their rear hand go and they'll get countered. Maybe they'll get gun shy. But Barallo has a good chin. I mean, it takes one look at him. He has a good chin. I said that in the prediction video too. Like, you are not winning by knockout against Borralho. Like, I'm just gonna make a prediction. He never gets KO'd in his career unless he fights Ngannou, and even Ngannou could have a trouble KOing him. I mean, his head was built to take punches. It literally has a gorilla skull. But anyways, yeah, Borralho's just not active enough. Active enough. He doesn't throw a lot. He's very reluctant to let his rear hand go. He'll just jab and hook spam really, and he has good body kicks. He did let some really good body kicks go. But yeah, Imavov was also just a way faster fighter, which I did say in the prediction video. I said Imavov will just be way faster than Borralho, and the speed wasn't as clear as I thought it'd be. I thought Imavov would be faster. Borralho did surprise me a little bit about that. Um, he's fast, he's explosive, he's athletic too. But yeah, Imavov just outstruck him. He landed really good shots. And but yeah, also one of the judges had a 50-45. That is such bullshit. Like, I thought in the fifth round, I was literally thinking, dude, if they take a point away from Imavov and Borralho wins the fifth round, it's a draw. Like, Borralho won the third. Did he win yeah, he won the third and the fifth, in my opinion. And if they take a point away, it's a draw. And I was like, oh fuck. And then the ref doesn't take a point, but still. And then they say the scorecards, and it's 50-45. The other two had it 3-2, I'm pretty sure, but one judge had it 50-45, and I'm like, dude, that's nasty work. Like, that's illegal. Like, who did that? Like, who did that shit? Probably French, just a guess. Lucky guess, throwing that in the air, probably French. But yeah, Imavov, he looked really good. And yeah, I'm excited to see him fight for the title, even though the performance, it wasn't the best, to be honest. Like, if Hernandez goes out and schools RDR and just drags him into deep waters and finishes him, he's gonna get the title shot first. Just saying. Like, you weren't screaming for a title shot with this performance. But yeah, Amavov looked good, and he looked really fast, and he is really good boxing, even though he's really basic. Like, Borralho is also basic too. He isn't as basic as Borralho, and he does let his rear hand go. He does throw in combinations good. And yeah, that was a great performance from Imavov. Beating the Fighting Nerds. They're 0-2 in this card, and Gene Silva is fighting next week. So it's not looking good for the Fighting Nerds. Besides Prates, Prates was the first to lose. Now he's could be the only one coming off a win by the end of 2025, which is crazy. But yeah, Fighting Nerds, get your act together. No, I'm joking. I like the Fighting Nerds; they are fun, but still, it is sad to see them lose. Even though I was kind of rooting for Imavov. I do think he's the better fighter, and I think he has a better chance to be. Actually, no, I do. I think Borralho has a better chance to beat Chimaev, but still, it's going to be exciting seeing Imavov fight Chimaev. He showed good takedown defense, even though Borralho isn't some super takedown heavy guy. Like, he hasn't shown super dominant wrestling. Still, Imavov was able to stuff every takedown with complete ease. That's interesting going into the Chimaev fight, even though he probably ragdolls him like he did DDP. But anyways, yeah, middleweight sucks, but I mean, it doesn't suck, but yeah. It's kind of unfortunate what we're stuck with. DDP was fun. We had DDP, but now we're stuck with this. So yeah. But yeah, that's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Beep.